for free health care, bumper to bumper for the next 5 years. Now that 5 years comes and goes. So, if you don't take advantage of your health care while you're, freshly out of service, you're missing an opportunity. For the 5 years that come and go, I would like to recommend that people contact us at the New York State Division of Veterans Affairs so that we can make the proper referral into whatever system we can to help them.
What types of things, substance abuse, have you witnessed throughout your career?
Yeah, rank doesn't matter in this. I will tell you, I served for 26 years. I served alongside commissioned officers who had abused substances while serving just as frequently as enlisted service members have. So there's no differentiation between rank in this area, I think. Whatever the stresses are, whether they be combat related, family, or whatever, they're dealt with in generally universal practice, depending on not depending upon what side of the Army or service you come from. You could be enlisted or officer and still be coping with everything you're trying to get through. So it's not rank unique. It just isn't. It's common. When you're talking about 25% of our armed forces who have admitted to abusing forms, of drugs or alcohol, you're talking about a sizable population of individuals in service. My own experience, just recently, this past week, I was out in Western New York visiting a community-based residential treatment facility. And most people are going to assume that this problem is prevalent amongst Vietnam veterans, and nothing could be further from the truth. Out of a residential treatment facility where 30 veterans were staying for up to 2 years, a third were from this generation. That means they fought in either Iraq or Afghanistan. So you're talking about 10 of 30 were in fact in a residential treatment facility in Western New York trying to cope with their substance abuse problems. So my experience tells me this is a growing problem. All the things you're seeing and reading about in the news, the incidents of suicide being on the increase, the incidences of substance abuse on the increase, stress from these wars, all that stuff indicates that the veteran community, like previous generations of veterans, has a problem to contend with and to treat for its returning service members.
Jim, thank you again for joining us today.
Juan, what advice would you give to someone in the military personnel, maybe the wife, the husband, the mother, the father of someone in the military that possibly could be struggling with an addiction right now? What advice would you give them?
First of all, before it even becomes an addiction, because these soldiers coming back, if they're drinking more heavily than when they left, be concerned, okay? Be concerned. My thing is that immediately upon coming back, these soldiers should seek out help. They should seek out counseling. They should seek out a way to debrief themselves for everything that they saw out there and learn how to process that information, all right? In such a way that while it won't lessen the night or take away nightmares, because I still have them, you can come to grips with them. You know what I'm saying? You may need medication. Mm-hmm. I suffer from bipolar disorder. I didn't know that until 1997, and then that's addictions kind of take you bipolar. I'm high, I don't care, but the biggest thing that I can give, the biggest advice that I can give to any soldier, any family member of a soldier coming back, wife, husband, child, if you see these behaviors, all right, approach that soldier and let them know that you love them, and that while you can't understand the traumas of war, that you certainly want to be a part of helping them cope with these things. You can't take out of a soldier's mind seeing his best friend blown up. You can't take out of a soldier's mind a child being shot. You just can't do that. But, with enough treatment, and that's the key, and some more than others, But everybody without exceptions, enlisted officers, I don't care what position you held out, if you were in that combat theater and you saw some action, you need to see somebody so that they can help you out. Other than that, you're really playing Russian roulette. And you're not playing Russian roulette with a pistol. You're playing Russian roulette with a 9mm and a round is chambered.
Or a machine gun. Juan, thank you for sharing your story, because your story matters.
Thank you, sir.